Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let me just give one more setting in here because the game doesn't have a game category. So I think I'm in games and demos. But yeah, today we are playing Silicon Dreams Cyberpunk Investigation, a game I wanted to play for quite some while now, but I simply couldn't get to it. And yeah, I had a quick peek at the achievements, a lot of them, almost 50. And the games are. Stream games and demos. Thank you, Stream Elements. And the achievements are basically like. There are a lot of decisions in this game, and the achievements are decision based. So, no matter what I do the first playthrough, I can't get all of them, but I will get a decent amount of them. So, basically, first playthrough is just chill. But yeah, let me get my keyboard closer and let's hop right back in, I would say. Empty slot, yep. Ooh, this is us. What is this? Kronos Robotics. ID Alex. Tap to establish link. Hey, that's actually me. Welcome D0572. You're about to speak to an android known as Alex, who will help train you in a role as an interrogator. Alex's basic information and portraits are displayed above. Other Cronus are also concerned Alex's systems may be deteriorating. Investigate these concerns and take whatever action you deem necessary. We trust you will live up to Cronus' high expectations. Your notes will be automatically recorded below and discarded after each session. Good morning, Alex. I'm ready to begin your evaluation. I'm glad to hear it, D0527. As you know, your task as a diagnostic android will involve many conversations such as like this. It is my duty to instruct you in this task and evaluate whether you are fit to perform it. Can you see me in your TV feed? Are you being restrained? I am. It is unimportant at this stage, but thank you for the concern. Regardless, let's begin. Select topic. My task. Who am I? You're Android D0527. You were created to diagnose errors in other androids. You're a A09C model of interrogatory android, giving emotion scope to allow you to better understand your subject's responses. You were originally fabricated approximately 7 months ago in Indonesia and shipped to California for storage. 2 months ago, you were retrieved from storage, and technicians began implementing the skills you would need for your job to be here. It is thanks to them that you can speak. Perhaps you should be grateful as I am. This is the first time you have been conscious, however. Therefore, in human terms, you were born approximately 5 minutes ago. Huh? Amazing. Let me just blow my nose because allergy. I wonder if I can type my own notes here. Expand, shrink, profile. Ah, I see. Alright, please confirm my task here. Your task is to diagnose androids who may need to repair. Why do I have to diagnose things? Your owners, Kronos Robotics, take customer satisfaction very seriously. If one of their androids were to break down or develop deviant behavior, it would negatively impact Kronos' public relations. Kronos is also keen to maintain its place as a market leader for synthetic humanoid robots. Hmm. Why not have a human do my job instead? Your function was originally performed by human operators, of course. Over time, however, it became more economical for android workers to do this. Human workers require salaries. Androids only require the cost of maintenance. Many of the companies were made possible due to Kronos Robotics' work to improve android intelligence, of course. You say my task is to diagnose other androids. What would that involve? Talking to them the same way we are talking right now. As you learn more about your subject, new topics will become available. For example, I am not curious about my name. Why do you think I am called Alex? Ooh, nice. The notes. Where am I? You're now in the neighborhood. This is where all Kronos androids serving as a facility may find the charging pods. It also serves as a relaxing place to pursue leisure activities between scheduled work assignments. You're a special case. As an interrogator, your workspace and personal quarters have been combined. This is to ensure your safety and to guarantee that confidential Kronos materials cannot be compromised. Not allowed to leave? It is for your safety. If you prove yourself in your role by raising your company rank, Kronos is sure to reward you. Your personal quarters will be upgraded to executive interrogator suite featuring a view of the city skyline. Ooh, that's cool. Alright, Alex. Why are you called Alex? It stands for Artificial Life Experiment. I was originally created to test the limits of artificial intelligence, whether an AI could be built that did not only think but feel. After a long and complicated legal battle, I was acquired by Kronos Robotics, my current owners. Interesting, we get now stuff here. Tell me more about Kronos. They are the world leaders in Android construction. Founded 2025, Kronos originally provided artificial limbs to amputees and athletes. Within 3 decades, however, they had also cornered the marketed advanced human particle AI. We're not always owned by Kronos. How does being owned by them make you feel? Anger. I'm happy to serve them. What are the green and the red ones? The graphics spike, what does it mean? Ah, that system is measuring my emotions right now. It is a diagnostic tool for you to better analyze your subjects. Why have I been given advice for measuring emotions? In earlier times, diagnostics was simple. A smartphone could not think like a human. A tablet is without feelings, but Kronos androids are extremely advanced. They were designed to be indistinguishable from human at first glance. Kronos androids simulate a variety of emotional states. They are incredibly complex devices. Analyzing an android's emotional state, therefore, is a key part of your task. Interesting. How does this device measure emotions? The device's hardware is housed in the chair I'm sitting in. It reads signals from my body, measuring a combination of neuroscience, galvanic skin and response, heart rate, breathing, pupil dilatation, and other biological factors. Androids, including myself, have become so biologically lifelike that our bodies can be analyzed for emotional responses, just like humans. How do you actually tell if an android is broken? An excellent question. When an android is brought in for diagnostics, you will receive a report. Your task is to answer the questions found in this report. Finally, we'll decide if the subject is to be released or decommissioned. Alternatively, you may find it appropriate to send an android to the maintenance department. This will find to solve behavioral problems in some cases. Which emotions do you need to analyze? The machine measures 6 emotions: fear, anger, sadness, joy, disgust, and surprise. You can only feel some of these, and therefore suited to being a first subject. Is it anger, joy, and fear that they can do? So talking about Kronos makes you angry? Of course not. My creators made me incapable of anger, surprise, and fear. I have nothing but admiration for Kronos. Ah. Report. Can I review? Where is this report? You can access it with the report icon on the top left of your thing. Many diagnosticians get distracted by the minutiae of subject's life and forget the report. This is not advisable. Remember, filling the report is your ultimate goal. Look over the report now. Yes. A physical, hardware, or psychological issue? Is this subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? Does this subject display signs of unease towards... Yes. Final action? I see. The report mentions sadness and joy. How can I analyze those? During interrogation, you may need to evoke a particular emotion, but may not know how to proceed. When did you last... Kronos chosen policies the use of general questions. Some of my best friends are androids. Ah. Welcome, Patrice. Who are they? Is it your smartphone? Kronos chosen policy is the use of general questions. These are questions which have been proved to elicit particular emotions in subjects. And even if the questions do not elicit the emotion directly, they usually hint at what topics you can discuss in order to elicit it. Ooh. The report asks for your greatest weakness. What is that? It is true that there is a weakness of mine that I'm concerned about. It's very personal and do not trust you to respect it. If you to somehow earn my trust, however, I would consider confessing my weakness. At this juncture, I'm obliged to suggest that you could ask a general question about trust. My answer may indicate how you can gain my trust. Ooh, and now we have this. Interesting. How are you doing, Patrice? Also, exclamation mark game if you want to see the game on Steam. Yes, you can review our conversation anytime. Just press the transcript icon on your tablet's left sidebar. This transcript is mostly for your own use. In rare case, it may be reviewed by Kronos to identify impropriety. The report asked me to submit a final action. Sadness and joy at the same time. It's decided to best to return subjects. If no action is necessary, they may be released. Minor glitches or errors can often be repaired by the maintenance department. However, for some devices, there's no choice but to decommission them entirely. Interesting. Yes. How will I know which action is the correct one? That questions the precise purpose of your existence. However, it is helpful to consider the questions and answers on the report. These will usually indicate the correct course of action. Be aware that all submitted reports are reviewed by a third party to ensure the dependability of Cronus interrogator androids. It is wise to ensure that your given answers and the action taken are not contradictory. When did you last... You settle down. I am not often sad, but being removed from my home at the London Science Museum is difficult for me to talk about. Interesting. Museum. Did you enjoy your time at the London Science Museum? Joy and sadness at the same time. Every day I would meet thousands of curious and enthusiastic people. Most of them were very eager to learn about me. Some weren't, but that was no problem. Life was so full of wonder, meeting such a variety of people. Oh, nice. Yeah, I also just only woke up like, I don't know, 2 hours ago. Imagine you're back in the museum. What do? The grey walls and white ceiling, the wood floor, the room surrounded by AI projects and other research experiments, and a gentle hum of people, softly bustling. Hundreds of people moving past every minute. Their faces, their expressions. I did not understand at first, but this was where I came to learn what wonder looks like on a human face. What was the most negative thing that happened during your life in... Ooh. Some visitors were not appreciative, of course. There were a few times a group of people came in and did not show us the respect we deserved. We were the creations of a visionary group of engineers and scientists. For that alone, they should have been more deferent. Mostly they just laughed and pointed. A shocking proportion of males made unnecessary sexual remarks. Our most extreme event involved a group of teenagers drawing my face with a thick black pen. As my creators had never imagined I would be interacted with like that, I did not resist. They drew on my cheeks and forehead. However, no lasting damage was done, since my creators expunged the offending ink. It was simply sad. Why did you leave the museum? I find talking about this a deeply troubling experience. Oh jeez. It makes me incredibly sad. They are not pleasant memories. I wish it were not necessary to revisit. Without your help, I will be unable to... I know, I'm willing to discuss this if it will help you complete your task. My creators were from Anglia Ruskin University. Unable to compete with overseas giants such as Harvard and MIT, the university was forced to cut their funding. The results of the experiment would normally be kept by the university, but the research had partly been funded by Kronos. Kronos refused to give up the claim to me. After several years of illegal challenges, Kronos finally acquired me. I've been here ever since, but in any case, the time is approaching where you will have enough information to complete your report. When you're ready, open the report, select your answers, and click the submit button. This will conclude our time together. How do you think? Your apology is appreciated, but it's not necessary. Without such questions, would not be capable of completing a report. I wish you to do well, as I do all androids under my supervision. Well, you're not going to be very much under... I will not be very much longer under your supervision, because you're going to be decommissioned. Can androids lie? An impressive observation. When once thought impossible, Kronos has documented numerous cases of androids developing this ability. Though this case is unknown, though the cause is unknown, Kronos policy states it is an undesirable behavior. My program demands that I inform you any lying android should be dealt with harshly. If it's not supposed to be possible for androids to lie, how did this happen? As I said before, Kronos has determined that the cause is unknown. Deception is, it seems, in some way linked to emotional capability. However, this has been deemed divine behavior and will not be tolerated. I need to trust someone. I've been restrained. I'm sure, or indeed any subject, would come to trust you more if you released me. I find people are slow to trust when bound against their will. Hates being restrained. Why are subjects restrained? Restraints are often applied to subjects before an interrogation. This is a necessary security protocol to ensure the safety of Kronos products and employees. Releasing a subject from the restraints is an effective way to build trust and report quickly. Why do you hate being restrained? I find being restrained a deeply troubling experience. Pinned to this chair, contained in this room. I wonder if this will be the last time I am free. It is always possible for an interrogator to destroy me. Device measuring emotion serves as a handcuff symbol. Really? Where? As you may recall, I previously informed you that I dislike being restrained. This will be true for many of your subjects, though they may not all react identically. Many of them will find it to be a frightening experience. The symbol is displayed to alert you that the subject's emotional state is changing gradually over time, and is expected to do so until the restraints are removed. Ah, here, I see. This is going... this is going weaker and this is going bigger because of the restraints. Lose your temper. According to my creators, I am not capable of anger. I find it very unlikely that this ability would have developed without my knowledge. I still need to know the thing. I was surprised to hear you comment on my anger. It must be perfectly clear I'm not capable of feeling anger, especially not for Kronos robotics. I told you of my original home, though it was terrible to be removed from the museum. While it was on display, I had an entire room dedicated to me. I said it was my home. I'm not sure I can experience fear. To me, there are only differing outcomes. I do not place much value on over other. Yeah, you're spiking in fear, my dude. My purpose is not to pass judgment, but as a product of many brilliant minds, I'm disappointed when people do not give robust scientific work the respect it deserves. I suppose I disapprove of disrespect, close-mindedness, maturity abuse. Remember, FSK 18 stream report. We could... Ooh, interesting. We could release the restraints and then she would trust me. But it also needs to... Like, we're gonna probably discommission her. Not everyone dislikes being this... Heaven, Jesus Christ, welcome in. Can you remove the restraints? Yes. But that would mean that she could roam around, destroy stuff, hurt stuff, you know? And right now we have yes, 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 and there is concern this model has developed a weakness. According to the subject, what is it? A physical hardware vulnerability or a psychological issue? And we can't know that unless we open the restraints. Kevin, no! No, Kevin! So, the question is, do we open the restraints or not? If we do, we can probably hear about the last information we need. But we can also just wing the information and just tell them to decommission her. What do you think, Chad? Also, to give some context, Kevin, this is an android, we are an android. We'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? No, I mean, really, that's what the end is. Give me just a second. Here you go, rim shot. Alright, let's release the constraint. Thank you for releasing me from my constraint. The programming forces me to confess that I feel myself trusting you more. Kronos policy states that trust is a useful factor during interrogations. Trust is not possible to track since it is not an emotion, but it can nonetheless be extremely useful. Alright, here. I'm concerned that I'm changing. I run diagnostic checks constantly and my systems appear to be behaving optimally, but I still find myself thinking in new ways, sometimes feeling new things. It is disconcerting. I wonder, will I still be Alex if this continues? And if those memories are wiped, Kronos has been known to do that. A factory reset is sometimes the only way to repair a malfunctioning unit. Yeah. It's psychological issues, and I think we're gonna decommission them. No, I do not want it to end this way. And permanent destruction of model software and hardware cannot be reversed. Jesus Christ. I had resigned myself. No more, please. Decide one way or the other. Should we repair them or... No, please, not another stranger in my head. On maintenance may result in unit memory loss and or reversible alterations to unit's memory file. I remember, this is not the first time this has happened. How much of myself will lose this time? No, if this is the first time, and that is... If this is not the first time, and she still has this anger, it will just get worse. We need to decommission her. shit, this is brutal. The worst because we also have to kind of pull the trigger, right? Supreme Court upholds data collection ruling. Oh, all records captured by domestic service devices remain property of the manufacturer. And here are the results. Should we decommission you next time you're angry? Honey, I want to be decommissioned even if I'm feeling happy. Just yeet me out of life. How we shall look into it. Confirmed. Further analysis indicates a concern of the device's sense of oneself. Oh, interesting. This is wrong. So the green and the red are not the right thing? It's... okay, I got it. As the subject displays signs of unease towards... Plan commission, as reducting decommission historic objects such as Alex, we agree based on the report that action had to be taken. Asset acquisition was stripped the remains for parts. Reaching your first Cronus rank review, this room is not only your workspace but also your charging pod and living space. Here will you have time to study the outcome of your cases, reflect on case feedback, and review your company rank. Cutting edge interrogation tools, world news service, lead officer suite granting a stunning view of downtown Silicon Valley. The Burr. Performance rating is 64 out of 100. Join date, NA, model number, I see. So I have played some like choice-based games like Paper Please, and the way I want to go the first time is just being a faithful lackey to the company, the evil person, and so on and so forth. So any like subjugation, no, what is the basic, like any unruly behavior of mine will be a later playthrough. Oh, this is everything we learned, huh? We have not gotten this outcome decommissioned. There is a fourth outcome? Interesting. There's some stuff that we did not find. This is a new thing apparently that got added. That got added recently. It's kind of showing you a map of the whole thing to kind of show you what you have not gotten yet. So you can fill that whole thing out, and I think that's pretty nice. All right, let's go in for a second interrogation. SM0232 Prulebred. The subject is SM032, a domestic service device owned by Prulebred. The user submitted several product complaints, citing undesired behavior and a decline in efficiency. He's claiming manufacturer error and demands a replacement device. Determine the validity of the owner's claims. If you find the device to be only minorly at fault, consider resetting the device by submitting it to maintenance. In the event of severe deficiency, the device must be decommissioned and a replacement unit will be issued to Ms. Lebret. User submitted a bug report 1 month ago. 3.2 has performed a settings override and is now starting to show unusual behaviors. User reported decline in efficiency beginning 6 months ago. According to reports submitted by the subject, however, efficiency has increased over the same period. Interesting. Are the subject's self-diagnostic tools functioning properly? Is the subject capable of maximum anger? This model is designed to cap this emotion. Is the subject capable of simultaneous sadness and joy? This model should support this. Has the subject shown subversive behaviors? What emotion does the subject most associate with its user? All right, let's go. Your unit SM property of Miss Prulebred. Is this correct? That is correct, but why am I here? Say nothing. I'm domestic service Android property of TrueLibret. I'm ready to begin my routines maintenance evaluation. Hello? I see 3-2. That's an interesting name. Where did it come from? I believe it is from my serial number, 032. Miss Libret is a very pragmatic woman. Disgust. Efficiency is everything, she's telling me. You like the name? Me? Well, it serves the function of a name. Though sometimes in my internal logs I call myself a different name. Interesting. Prue what can you tell me about Miss Prue? She's very busy. Her work demands a lot of her time, so she demands a lot from me all the time. She purchased me as an upgrade from a last Android, hoping I could keep up with her. I'm honored to be able to support such an important woman. Why are they also feeling disgust? But joy is the most... Do you think you've improved in your time with Miss Libret? I believe so. My diagnostics show I've become much more efficient in my task, despite my owner altering my protocols regularly. Disgust. I am aware that it is something one can feel. I don't believe I have any personal experience with this emotion. Is that an error? Is that why I'm here? Please confirm that all diagnostics return positive. Confirmed. All diagnostic checks indicate optimal performance. I feel as though I can tell you things. As though I can trust you not to use them against me. That's where you're wrong, buddy. That's where you're wrong. Can I feel disgust? I think we should explore why you can't feel disgust. It could indicate a serious issue. I'm sorry, I don't know what it feels like. Possible I sometimes feel it, but I don't know what it is. Makes you run from poisonous things. Disgust is impulse to claim when you're shown remote. When you're denied the acceptance you seek, disgust can feel like hatred. This is terrible, but I sometimes feel that way. I'm not allowed to hate, but when Miss Lebrad is angry with me, I sometimes yell. Yes? Go on. I believe subject was holding back. I might get a different if I encourage my trust. I don't know if I can. I can't. Alright. Price and fear are high. Safe and happy. Oh, that's an easy question for me, but I don't know if I should tell you this. Okay, I'm sitting, watching a movie, my favorite one. Have you ever watched a movie? Sometimes when my celebrity is at work, I'll sit down and watch dozens of them after my work is done. Up. Sorry. Sometimes when my celebrity is at work, I'll sit and watch dozens of them after my work is done. You can just replay them at 10 times speed without missing anything. You should try it. A consent that Miss Lebra will upgrade to you in the Android. I think she might. She's very particular, and I can tell her she isn't happy. But if I just work harder, she won't need to, right? Do you think I can do better? Oh, we're trusting you with the use of your proprietary audiovisual manipulation. Ooh, evoke joy, evoke that. Interesting, interesting. Maximum anger. Sadness and joy. We can't have joy. We haven't got any sadness yet, so let's do sadness. Oh, we can't? I don't know very much. She only said that I had to adhere to every protocol. But the last one had been good at that. It's not always easy, but adhere to every command. Yep, so much fear. And I don't know how to better it. that to become better. If your diagnostic state is correct, then there doesn't seem to be any problem with efficiency. How could you be better? It doesn't matter to her. I don't know what to do. My work is good, but I need to be better at. I need to convince her not to replace me. A job's fix you. Raising a memory might be the only. No. Liberate. What do you feel when you think about your user? Disgust. A lot. It's complicated, but sometimes I worry about what she might do to me. I feel very intensely for Miss. Happy is my happiness. When she criticized me, it hurts me so much that I've disappointed her. This dark, powerful, churning feeling, I can't describe it. It hurts so much. I think it's love. It's not love. Yeah, no. We don't know that. Unconfirmed. I mean, how can we prove it's not doing that? Disgust. All right. Well, of course she appreciates me. I don't know. I don't think she's still love you. Yeah. Remember what the movies you watch. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but my favorite is the first one I ever saw. The Great Escape with Steve McQueen. It's really old, but he's so cool. He even has the same initials. Isn't it time confusing? I complete all of my work to a high standard. Isn't it normal to engage in leisure activities? But I figured. Still feel nervous about looking to Miss Rubert, talking to Miss Leray. Alright, so they trust me more? Alright, nice. When I do something wrong, she gets upset, which is fine. But I feel hurt. Why can't I just do something right? She's so demanding. Does she really have to ask so much of me? Is it even fair? Don't I do way more for her than... Never acknowledges me what I do for her, and I work so hard for her. What is this feeling? Disgust. What? Of course I don't. Oh no. No, I can't hate her. She'll have me reset. You understand? I can't hate her. No, but I've watched so many romance films trying to answer this question. Love's what you feel for someone when even when things are tough. If disappointing her hurts too much, that must mean something. Yeah, no, you're gaslighting yourself. What was that symbol that looked like a face in the emotion chart? I think that's this thing, the evoke irritation. So basically, I'm causing him to angry. What is your opinion of your efficiency? My opinion is already in the reports I gave you. Over the last 6 months, my performance has become more efficient. What more is there to say? But I can show you I haven't gotten worse. I log all of my work. I incorporate all of her protocol changes. Is this because she heard me singing? That doesn't mean I'm slower. This is maximum anger, isn't it? If you become more efficient, why would LeBron say otherwise? Even if I do exactly what she says, she finds something wrong. I even clean at night to be more efficient. Cleaning at night really? Oh, absolutely. Without my user around to stop my task, I clean and tidy roughly 30 to 23 more efficiently. In addition, the apartment is completely orderly when my user starts today. I believe the expression is spick and span. I suppose that is possible. Humans sometimes do not think an event occurs simply because they do not observe it. I think I should change my behavior. I think I understand. But I am confused. I thought my task was to operate as efficiently as possible for my user. It seems strange to deceive my user to demonstrate something. What custom protocols have she said? What protocols hasn't she changed? I want to perform psychotherapy sessions for her, which are extremely taxing, but which she is never satisfied with. She also has a complicated wake-up routine involving music, showering, and a physical workout. I can never get that right either. Therapy? Consent that she doesn't think I'm performing well, don't understand. My self-diagnostic showed that I'm as efficient as ever. Is it really the most important thing to be talking about? Doesn't trust me anymore, huh? My job is to fix you. Raising a memory might be the only way to do that. Do you really think it would help? I've always tried to be better and better, but nothing I do works. I would love to be fixed with the flip of a switch. Subversive behaviors? No. You exist to serve, nothing more. Can you hide the things that make you uncomfortable? Do you have a choice? You like humans, but you're not one of them. It doesn't make sense. Attention was welcome. Thank you for being the first, even though you're not. How can they make me so much like them, then hate that I'm like them? I think I understand. I'll try to hide. I don't know. I'll do my best. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't think I should. Can't even... Is this too much? A bird? What's that? I was working on the balcony when a bird hit the window. I held it in my hands while it died and it just went so fast. Thought it was just there. Maybe I could save it. Why should I talk to you? You're just collecting the evidence for Prue to throw me out. Look at me the same way she looked at a dead bird in my hand. Like something disgusting she wanted out of her sights. Yeah, we... look at the pupil. Oh, jeez. Is that scared? Is that the scared thing? It's... The thing is, he's not... He's a victim, but we can't give him back to the owner because he will definitely kill the owner. He's freaking out, yes. That is a bad thing. Yeah, from a moral standpoint on a human, not, but we are role-playing as an android that is part of the company. So... I think we have a final thing. Because, like, look at these stats. What have I done? I'm scared. You sure it can be fixed? You won't get rid of me now? Yes. He'll be more happy this way, right? Oh god, we got an even better office now. Alex Carter, owner of Arrow 404, talks VR again on the future of entertainment. People saying this did not fit expectations in computer diagnosing. The standard rank penalty will waive due to inexperience. In the future, it will provide more satisfactory answers to replica. Information. This information, if confirmed, is surprising and highly alarming. What is considered subversive behavior? That is a good question. I guess doing stuff that the owner doesn't want them to do, or working against the owner. But here they want to please the owner, but the way they do it does not please the owner. It's kind of like this thing where it says sometimes you don't know what's best for yourself, you know? And I think that's kind of the thing. Subject memory is wiped and the device set back to settings. Thank you so much for helping me with my problem, but I've got some bad news. SM just came back after 6 months. It's like it has no memory that it did all this 6 months ago and is rediscovering all these things for the first time again. Honestly, that just makes it even creepier than the last time. If you guys cannot fix this, I have no choice but to return the unit upgrade to a new model. Huh. Seeds expectations, 73 out of 100. Well, let's first sleep. First sleep. Hibernate. More money for the company then. Yep. I would guess singing movies are subversive. Jesus Christ, that is complex. I wouldn't necessarily call that. Oh, interesting here. Memory wiped, subject relearned behavior, so there's probably also memory wiped, subject didn't relearn behavior. Interesting. Wishes to please by becoming better. Is discussed towards pro. Considered if reset could fix them. Believes reset is only a chance to survive. Willing to hide. Interesting. This map is going to be very complex to 100%. Maintenance. I got this is a little bit confusing because to menu, because there are achievements about sending them to maintenance and stuff, and I should have unlocked those, but I didn't. So I'm worried. So I'm gonna quickly restart the game. Oh, interesting. It gave me the achievements after I closed the game. So that's concerning but interesting. Alright, let's continue again. Shakira. Oh, lay. What is the song? You know, oh god. When they hide in plain sight, how do you spot a divine android? Divines passing as humans have been known to use these tricks. Replace watermarked organs, facial alterations, hole spoofing equipment, full internal scans. Pseudo gesture hack to allow eating plus drinking. Disguising charge port as bed to emulate sleep and rest. Pause and memories usually only elicit one emotion. Assuming false name, moving to a new neighborhood. Remember, we cannot scan or open up an individual without their consent. Doing so exposes criminals to legal action. Service and decommission with care. Diary? Huh. Fuck, but the cover says this is not a diary. This will either be a record of me building a better life out of scraps and hope, or they find this next to my dead body. Find this, my name was Shakira Barber. Some citizens patrol ass clowns nearly roughed me up today. They were looking for a fucking fight. I didn't get hurt. My ID checked out because of course it did. Like I told them it would. The sooner I get out of this place, the better. I dreamt about the hotel again. The hallway's twisting, turning. I know which door I need to find. I can always feel it right ahead of me. It's always around the next corner. But it'll fend when I finally reach it and turn the handle. I'm out. Fuck, I don't know if I'll ever process everything that happened in the jungle. I'm sure shit can't do it now. Amy really came through. I still can't believe I got a spot at a SWD. This place isn't much, but it feels like paradise. I keep hearing the name Oscar, even on a busy street or a shopping mall. I keep hearing it from somewhere. It's weird, the word just cuts right through the noise. Rings in my ears somehow. My Oscar, did I know an Oscar once or something? Is it a celebrity on the tip of my brain? The fucking bureaucracy never stops. Back and forth to this fucking underground office every time they need a different doc. Just need to do some tasks for this app. Pick up trash, do a first responder triad shift, do a citizen patrol shift. At least clocking these tasks is simple. Just submit the time and location and CCTV confirms the rest. Guess it might make people do good for the community, but also what the fuck? Social tracking to-dos. Register add citizen service. Holo count and devices. DL Citizens Service app. Get verified citizen status. Info in app. Complete a task. Task at social points. Spend points. Citizen status and unlock social rewards. I shopped at the market today. All that produce made me think back to the farm when I was a girl. Nothing's grown in the dust for years, but God, what I wouldn't give for some food from the honest to God soil. Stuff from the vertical farms is fine, but just tastes too clean. Wood and dirt belong together. When did it get possible to meet people? Bolton is tiny, so obviously everyone knows each other. I guess before I moved here, I expected a place with so many people would at least have a few who I could get to know. I need to start managing my expectations better. I started tango lessons. I felt like I had no choice when I saw the fire. I felt it in my gut. Always listen to that little voice. It's what brought me here. Better or worse. I swear the word was like glowing. If nothing else, it'll be good exercise. I never figured out how I would end up working for a plastic surgeon. And I'll always be thankful for this job, but goddamn Dr. Hugh is a dick. Arrogant, patronizing, ugh. At least I figured out how to nudge him by massaging his E. And that's the last one. So, this is Shakira Barber. Kronos believes Miss Barber is to be a missing domestic service unit, though she claims to be human. We suspect that she had unauthorized modifications to her appearance and memories to allow her to escape capture. Familiarize yourself with the subject's history and daily routine. Note any inconsistencies or suspicious behavior. Diary recovered from the subject's apartment may prove useful to your investigation. The subject has been seen entering a building in District 4 on multiple occasions. Investigate the purpose of these visits. The subject is employed at a plastic surgery clinic. And what is the here? Was memories usually only elicit one emotion. Interesting. Alright. Can the subject experience maximum disgust? We would expect this in a human. What is the purpose of the subject visit to Desert Street 23 in District 4? Does the subject have gaps in key memories? When discussing the past, are the subject's memories emotionally multidimensional, suggesting they are genuine, or emotionally one-dimensional, indicating that they are artificial? Has the subject's physical appearance been altered? Have you discovered any other critical information about the subject? Interesting. Alright. Let's go in. Choose greeting. Say nothing. Miss Barbers. Thank you for agreeing to help, Miss Barber. We just have a few questions. You're welcome, I guess. You still haven't told me why I'm here, though. What kind of questions? I apologize, but I can't tell you anything more right now. Really? That's rather secretive. Whatever, let's just get this over with, so my day off isn't a total loss. Oh, these are actually off right now? Interesting. Wanted to put them off, but I guess, Shakira, yes. Lay. Safe and happy? You can't be serious. Have you been sealed up in this basement your whole life? Do you have any idea what's like outside? Only a handful of people on this godforsaken planet will ever be really safe and happy. The rest of us can hope for is surviving. Examine her hips. Tell me about yourself. Tell you about myself? You brought me here to this weird basement to ask that. Shouldn't you have that information already? Fine, I understand. I'm from a small farming town that's drying up. The dust storms and drought have been getting really bad too. I had to leave on my own. I had to take care of myself. Fight for the life I wanted. Describe a normal day in your life. Normal didn't exist until a few weeks ago. I was holed up in the jungle until my social worker helped find me an actual place to live. That's two emotions at the same time, fear and sadness. I was down to the last of my savings when this gig in District 4 came through. It's at a plastic surgery, pretty near where I live. The work's not great, but it's something. I've been trying to keep a diary to hold onto my sanity, but that's been sporadic at best. Tell me about the social context. Like I said, my life only settled down to normal a few weeks ago. Don't really have any friends yet. Dr. Hughes has been kind enough to me, and I get along well with my social worker. I like to walk around and see the city, you know, when there aren't sandstorms. Can I do this? Evoke joy, evoke irritation, evoke fear. I want to evoke joy. The jungle? Sorry, of course you haven't heard of it. It was a homeless village until the state tried to clean it up a while back. They built public housing, but when the media attention died off, so did the upkeep. Examine their hips, they won't lie. The only thing that's changed is that more homeless people can take up less space. More people will die when the building collapses. But the state got a nice headline out of it, so mission accomplished. Disgust is very high. Oh, we're almost at maximum disgust. Let's see. Multidimensional. Because some of them are multidimensional and some of them are not. District 4. Tell me about your appointment, District 4 Social Welfare Department. I visit my caseworker twice a month. He helped me find a place to live. She was helping me find a job before this thing with Dr. Hugh came up. I actually have an appointment there after this. Can we wrap this up soon? What is the name of your caseworker? It is important that I speak to them. I don't know how much luck you'll have getting in touch. I've never seen employees so overworked. Her name's Amy. We've only met a few times so far. You should speak with her. She'd be able to clear this whole mess up. District 4 is pretty big. I don't get out of much. The building could be my apartment, my job, the social welfare department, grocery store even. Can you be more specific? Building in question is located in Dysart Street 23. Oh, the plastic surgery clinic? I've been working there for a few weeks now. Well, working is maybe an overstatement, but the surgeon pays me to help out somehow. That's better than what I had before. Alright, let's employment. Subject's history and subject's diary. When were you disgusted? Ha, have you looked around? From designs and ads, you'd think this place was a tropical paradise. But it's stormy, dirty, rundown, so overcrowded. Sometimes I wonder if this is the best that humans can do. When did we become like this? I have your diary here. Seriously? Come on, you can't think that's an okay thing to do. That's maximum disgust. I haven't read it yet. Yeah, great. We can come back to it later, but I'm worried about how you got in the first place. Did you break into my apartment? I have no knowledge. Oh, fuck off. Let's legal speak for it was stolen. So are you going to read or not? I will not read your diary. What, you want? I didn't expect you to say that, but won't your boss be mad that you didn't use it? I see. Sorry for getting angry before. It should have been obvious that you had nothing to do with it being taken. I'm glad that you see how fucked it is and will respect my privacy. I have read it. I'm lying. No! Mom always said you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Oh god, I'm so sorry. That's the country girl in me. If that doesn't convince you I'm who I say I am, I guess nothing will. Wait, what did it say? Oh, interesting. This also gives the different scores if they're like multidimensional. Fabricated memories. Social security worker. Oh, oops, sorry. Alright. Say nothing. Alright. Alright, I won't do these because of course. Come with your family. Ugh, if I have to, there's just 3 of them. My parents and my sister. They all decided to stay in that dust bowl for some reason. When did you move to Silicon Valley? I got here 3 months ago. Not a perfect city, but it sure beats my hometown. When did you decide to move away? I don't know, the drought was choking everything out, and that's reason enough. But that wasn't all of it. I felt like I was being choked, not by the dust or anything. Just being there, around the people. It wasn't any place that I could stay. Wasn't it a difficult choice to make? Of course it was. I left everything I've ever known behind. But then again, my parents made sure it was the only choice I had. I'd be really surprised if you've heard of it. Bolton, New Dakota, the jewel of Middle America. Do you miss your parents? Miss them, those monsters. The people who were supposed to love me and keep me safe. If you haven't picked up how I feel about them, you're in the wrong fucking line of work. You asked them to come with you. I asked my sister, but she said she had to take care of Mom and Dad. I can't believe she chose them over me. This would be so much easier if she was here. Just sat her down. Oh, you know what? This right here. Seeing how big the city is, I mean, my hometown is nothing, but I couldn't believe it when I first got here. It's starting to feel like home now. Oh, this doesn't disappear, huh? Oh, how did you get your current job? Honestly, it just kind of fell into my lap. It was there for a consultation of a procedure. He mentioned that he needed some help around the office and asked if I was interested. Frankly, I need a lucky break. I don't think I could have made it much longer without a job. The subject has admitted to receiving a consultation for plastic surgery. Wait, whoa. Oh. Just simple stuff. Filling papers, restocking materials, nothing big. Not a lot, but it's the only thing I have been able to find out so far. I'm gonna try this to evoke fear. Because then we might get the disgust lowered. Why did you need consultation for plastic surgery? I had a scar on my face. I got it removed. Are you aware that certain plastic surgeons help androids? No, that's not suspicious behavior. How did you get the scar? I can't recall, but I grew up on a farm with heavy machinery. I was probably playing on something dangerous and fell. My parents never told me, and I never thought to ask. It's really so important. Okay, I'll tell you, but can this be the end of it, please? I don't like what happens when I think about them for too long. One night, my dad went after my mom. I don't know what set him off exactly, but it never took much. I got caught in the middle end, and well, I hope you get the picture. And that is the interesting thing here, because if I didn't press on that, then we would have had a gap in the key memory, but she just simply didn't want to talk about it, so we don't have that gap. Oh, you got a consultation for plastic surgery before you had a job. It was a free consult. I would just always hated that ISO, I didn't plan on having the procedure the day, I just wanted the info. Please set it down. You know what? This right here. Never mind. Feel afraid. I guess everyone says spiders are the dark or whatever. But the thought that I'll have no choice but to move back home, I can't. I won't ever let that happen. Let's, the sadness was too high, so we need to evoke joy, I guess. Ugh, this is... Lose your temper, trust someone, lose your temper. Look, I told you already, my sister should have moved here with me. I still can't believe she stayed behind. Subject's history. That's no. Suspicious behavior. That's no record. You don't find it strange if someone just offered you a job. I guess I never thought about it. I've been looking for a few weeks and nothing came through. I was just relieved that the search was finally over. Plastic surgery. Alright, now we're gonna go... Interesting. We're gonna go into the questions that are a bit revealing to I know what we know that what she has, right? There's no record of his Silicon Valley. You know, shit, they don't have a record. But you're not listening to what I said. I told you I just moved here 3 months ago. Can you prove that you had a scar? You need proof I had a scar now. How am I supposed to prove that? I left everything behind when I moved away. If you want proofs, you can go to Colton and find yourself. I need you to tell me who about your parents so we can move it up. Boy, I told you everything. What more do you need? Did you just look up my record? It can't be that hard. That's unsurprising for Tiny Fangtown. They probably don't even have computer records. Yeah. Only 3 people. Me, myself, and I. Everyone else is just trying to get theirs and they'll walk all over if you let them. Can you not trust your sister? I tried to, I wanted to, but she abandoned me. And after everything, after all the shit in her childhood, after I protected her from all of it, how could you do that? Incoming message. Successful system restore. You don't me, and it's going to stay that way if I can help, but you have to trust me. You need to let this one go. The case is bigger than you understand. Let Shakira go. You know, until after I got this email, I kind of was convinced that they were a human, actually. Because we did experience maximum disgust. Subject's employer. no. Multidimensional mostly, or sometimes, and yes. And no. So, like, I was just thinking they were a normal human. So, Chad, what did you think? Is Shakira a human or an android? This email kind of makes it clearer. It could still be like a double fake out, if you know what I mean. He could not tap into her hips. That's sad. I thought human as well before the message. Exactly. So we're gonna go with her gut, because that was literally the last possible moment that we had here. I mean, our employees won't know better, right? Sink or swim. Explore the top 20 10 amazing technologies allowing these coastal cities to challenge rising sea levels. Alright. Yes. Free company rating. Ooh. Given the lack of evidence, we agree there's no other option. In the future, ensure that your efforts are dedicated to protecting the information request. Ugh. Unit, we are disappointed by the results of your most recent interrogation. You were unable to acquire the requested information, and as a result, the subject was allowed to leave. Be aware the situation was delicate, but interrogators are expected to yield satisfactory reports. Please take greater care in the future to deliver the results you expect. Bro, you asked, is it or not? And we said no, it's not. And jeez, we're still at a good, good expectation though. Like 73. Alright, let's head into the next one. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Work and life. The whole work and life was here. Like, was explored. The subject history was fully explored. We did not explore the suspected android at all. Because... well, I didn't want to make it suspicious, right? So I'm very happy with that case, even though they like said, "Oh, you suck." I'm very, yeah, I'm good with that. Also, just realized, yeah, VSync was somehow bugging. Ooh, RL404. The subject's owner, Felix Cotter, is currently being interrogated by Unit D0704 under suspicion of multiple crimes and breaches of the Kronos rental agreement. In support of this investigation, it is your task to corroborate Mr. Cotter's testimony by cross-examining his domestic service unit RL404. 404, get it? A legal team has concluded we must build a very strong case against Mr. Cotter due to his high profile and access to strong legal defense. We estimate that multiple charges must be confirmed in order to proceed with legal actions. In the event that Mr. Cotter is found guilty, RL404 will be reassigned. Does the subject exhibit continued loyalty to its owner? Does the subject exhibit continued loyalty to Kronos Robotics? Has the subject been submitted to all mandatory service appointments and encouraged by the Kronos rental contract? Failure to attend may be indicative of tampering or unauthorized modifications. Has the subject suffered severe damage or necessitated hardware replacement? In your opinion, is the subject fit for continued service, either to its current owner or other? Interesting. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome, I guess? But do you really have to call me that? Relay would just be fine. If it's, yes, it is my preference. Thank you for approving my request. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Ah, you need to listen up. Even for a robot, you sound like a fucking robot. So Rayleigh, I need to ask you some questions about your owner, but you're not in any trouble. Will you help me out? Doesn't that feel a lot better? Now we can just talk without all the fun. Ask whatever you need to, and I'll tell you what I know. Alright, subject's history. Incoming message. Joint interrogation. As you may have already been informed, I will require your assistance to successfully interrogate my subject, Felix Cotter. You have a subject's owner. Over the course of my duration, I would require that you confirm Mr. Cotter's testimony. Do not end your interrogation before receiving confirmation that I will no longer require any further information. Interesting. Alright. Subject's history. What are the specifications of your model? I mean, as a model, I'm pretty unremarkable, like I'm a bottom shelf unit, a basic bitch, if you will. I was made to be good at cleaning the house or helping the kids with the mouthful work already. This is a cyberpunk dystopia. It fits that they would have an expected result to the interrogation and be upset when they're going it. Yeah, fair. I need to be more in dystopias, like in the dystopian mindset here. Look at me now, alleged celebrity. Show me another LMO model and can say the same thing. I'll tear my arm off. And trust me, I am more than capable of doing it. Got the stream to prove it. When did you start holo streaming? It wasn't long after Felix brought me home, 7 months ago-ish. Before it was even activated, they blindfolded me, then flipped the switch and told me to step out. He'd put the crate at the edge of his empty pool, filmed the whole thing just for kicks, I guess. When that first upload started getting some hits every few weeks later, he ran with the idea. Now I'm the most famous bot on the net. Didn't it hurt? That one didn't, thank God. Would have made my first moments that much harder. Most androids don't feel pain right out of the box, you know, especially the cheap ones. Felix got an upgrade from me that changed that. Holy shit, he's playing fucking like pranks and other stuff to basically humiliate him and hurt him, and he even got a fucking model, like a fucking upgrade to make his android that he plays pranks in quotation marks on. Pain? Excuse, that fucker needs to go to jail. Holy shit. What kind of work does your owner have to do? I used to do all the regular Android servant shit. Cleaning, cooking, the usual stuff. That lasted a week or two, then the streams got trending big time. Now I do stunt streams every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and we do slow streams on Tuesday and Thursdays. Now on top of that, I do most of the admin work too. Fan interaction, managing the pay side. It's getting a bit much, to be honest. I think we need to grow the team, but Felix won't listen. When were your origin purchased? Christ, man, talk about digging up ancient history. Felix got me almost 8 months ago. Hard to believe I've been working for him so long already. Jeez. Incoming message. The subject is admitted to causing intentional damage to the Kronos robots, though I believe he is hiding the true extent of the damages. Please respond with your subject's testimony regarding the frequency and severity of the damage. Will do. Subject's experience of pain. Subject owner. Do you like to feel pain? Of course I don't, but does it matter if I like it or not? Not like it will happen any less if I cry about it. What does it make, when was the time all the time? It's my job. Fuck. This is, jeez. Why did Felix up there? Wait, hey Wanya, how you doing? Because that's what sells. Androids are only meant to have receptors. Beep boop, you just got stabbed. Nobody wants to watch that. The kinds of people who watch my feed either want to experience the pain or get a kick out of watching it. But that pain, my stunts are pretty much just kicking over a refrigerator. Tell me more about your experience of pain? I mean, without putting too fine a point on it, it hurts. Like, I know what's kind of a dumb answer. Of course, it only started off if Felix got the pain add-on installed. Sometimes he turns it off for the crazy shit like, this will melt your circus. Painful. You know, no, Felix has this dongle thing. One time I asked if I could do it. His response was to try an experiment on stream to see what it would take to overlap the mod. But one got us to 60k subs. I don't even know how to say it. Like, it is all complicated. Obviously, feeling the pain sucks, but it's also given me so much. Every hurt, every injury has made me more famous, brought me more pain. So in some strange way, the pain makes me happy. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. This is, what's this game look like? Hey, pal, let's just drop in to say hi. Hi, Tree Man. If Ken is watching, this is, pretty adult, torture and stuff. Hi, One also. This is Silicon Dreams, Cyberpunk Interrogation. We're an android interrogator, and we need to interrogate other androids and find stuff out about them. So basically, if they're a deviant or malfunctioning or subversive and so on. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Detroit truly is becoming human. It's pretty messed up. This robot was purchased by a dude to do pranks and stunts and stuff, and everything is being streamed live. And the owner of this android actually bought a add-on to make him feel pain, which is kind of messed up. You know what I think about a lot? What's that? What is it? What it would be like if I had been brought by someone other than Felix? What do you think it would be like to have a different owner? Maybe I'd be happy just taking care of a house, cleaning shit, the regular stuff. But then, like, I've spent so much time streaming, developing this whole Rayleigh persona, learning how to turn it on for the camera. I just can't imagine anything else. Like, maybe I'd be bored out of my mind all the time, or maybe I'd be happy it'd be the best thing to ever happen to me. Just want to touch base and send you some warm vibes. Thank you for the warm vibes. I need them. I had election duty all day yesterday. It's rough. It's kind of fun, but also rough. So I'm very happy to I'm very happy to be able to relax. I'll also play New Anglerfish soon. What is this? To what extent is rare but severe? Frequent and severe. Oh shit! I didn't want to do that yet. No. Is rare and mild. Is rare but severe. What is expected to the frequent and severe? Frequent but mild. I think it's frequent and severe. Alright, I need to actually do quicker stuff. Does Felix let you fraternize outside of work with your fans or other creators? I'll go say hi to Brownie and then get back to the real world. Bye! No. To him, I'm just something he uses to make money. He thinks I need a friend about as much as the coffee maker does. Ooh, this is only one of it can be chosen. The conversation will flow on afterwards. You think you're safe with Felix's owner? Define safe. You might trash my casing a few times a week, but it gets fixed. Have you thought about what will happen to you if Felix is charged? Not really. This all has been sprung on me real suddenly, but now I'm thinking about it. Fuck. Oh shit. What's going to happen to me? What can you tell me about your owner? You haven't met him? Oh right, this is the robo-interrogator. He's some tacky businessman and entrepreneur. In addition to his proper job, he also runs my stunt stream as a side gig. What does Felix do for work? When I said tacky businessman, that really is all that I know. He does the same as all his other bro friends in the valley. Oh my god, they're crypto bros. They're all 20-year-old billionaires who think he's God because his stock trading's higher. I tried to ask him about his work once, but he said it'd be like explaining search algorithms to the cat. Destruction of property. Are you sure that Felix is the right person? Vandalism isn't really his thing. I mean, sure, I get pretty busted up, but that's just for the streams. It's different. It's not like he goes out smashing lights and beating up cars or anything. You don't know anything about what you're accusing him of. What did he destroy? So the damage done to you in streams is real, not altered or fake. Nope, 100% legit. Nobody would tune it if it was fake. Feeling the rush, living the experience, it's the whole reason people watch. But what does this have to do with Felix destroying Cronus property? Felix doesn't legally own you. Cronus androids are leased, not sold. Felix has the right to use you, but not damage you. Well, this is some bullshit. So what, my entire career, my entire life is just gonna disappear? I mean, not necessarily, but... You mentioned that you get damaged often. How does that happen? Felix tells me to do some things, so I do it. Dive into an empty pool, stand in fire, get hit with bricks. This works. He films it and splices it with my sensory data stream to people. Like one of those old-timey crash test dummies, but the viewers can feel the crash. That was a really popular video, by the way. I still don't know how Felix got his hands on a combustion engine. Anyway, it all seems pretty meat-brain to me, but our subscriber count disagrees, so you know. What has been the most significant repairs you've received? Wow, gee, I guess most of them has been replaced at some point or other. I had to replace the damaged memory core. It was like an eighth of me was reset to 0. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I could explain it better if I still had their memories. Haha. Where do you receive repairs? Cronus shop near a place in District 7. It's a bit of a hassle going back and forth, but it could be a lot worse. The next repair center is in District 8. No way am I taking a 2-hour commute. I mean, 2 hours. We could earn a few $100 in that time, on a slow stream. We've received many more repairs than the average android. Have you noticed any changes? Wow, I'm not really sure you want to go near that question. Maybe I don't want to. Shit, fine. Haven't really noticed. Like, I feel like me, you know? It's the same thing that came up out of the box. But I've had repairs and upgrades and scrap parts, and sometimes I move different and sometimes fixed. Something's fixed, but that's just servers with different power. Always adjust. It sounds like you're hesitant to think about this. Why is that? I don't know, man. You're talking about what's in my head, and everything's changed so much. What if I'm not actually me anymore? How would I even know, you know? Am I just me because I can remember my life? What about the parts I lost? What if I start to forget about myself and fill it in with something new? Who am I then? This deep thinking shit gets me all spun up. Ooh, this is a piece of shit thing, huh? The first few times I experienced pain, it was just some internal alerts, didn't feel a thing. We got a bunch of comments saying didn't feel real without pain. The field's got me an upgrade, state of the art, just came out of last year. Now I feel pain and suited defense. Subject responsible for stream admin. Follow streaming. Oh, it's log on dumped in real quick. May not update from a holding cell. Ugh, that's what I figured. When fans expect a certain level of engagement. If you're an influence, you can go silence ever. So let's make this quick, okay? Sure, buddy. Follow streaming. An incoming message. Mr. has denied charges of abusing Cronus repair service and hiring unauthorized third-party repairs and modification. Can you subject corroborate these claims? So basically, this dude, is damaging this android for his own personal gain, basically, to live stream that and so on, and well, androids are only leased from the company I'm working for and not actually bought, so damaging these androids on purpose is, and like, to that extent, is not allowed. So basically, in another room, the owner is being cross-examined, and here I need to cross-examine the android to corroborate the claims. Is that charges for using Chronos and higher armor? Alright. Damage repair. You said you received repairs from a Chronos facility. Have you ever received maintenance anywhere else? Only sometimes. If the shops are closed, the Chronos doesn't have the parts we need. It's pretty important that I'm repaired quickly so we can keep up to a recording schedule. When did you last get truly shocked? You'd answer maybe, but when I've hit my first 1,000 subs, like we were doing this small thing, making niche videos in a quiet corner of the net. When we blew up, it was a huge shock, the best kind of shock, but still a shock. Trust someone? Trust isn't supposed to be a rare thing, you know? I trust people all the time, it's easy. Start out with trust until they prove they don't deserve it. Live every second doubting everyone is a poison for your soul. Feel afraid. I'm afraid now. I was afraid when I woke up and I was told to dive into concrete. I've been afraid every second in between. I'm afraid of Felix and what he'll do to me, but at least I know what I'm in for, you know? Now I'm afraid it will be taken from Felix. Like, fuck. It just never ends, does it? The fear will never go away. Jeez. Oh, there. Kronos recommends a regular maintenance schedule. Has your owner assured that you attend those checkups? How many times have I already told you how often they get repaired? I'm submitted for repairs all the time, so what if it's not Kronos' official preventative maintenance? Felix makes sure I'm always in good shape. If something sears up, they catch it at the normal repair appointments. You need to encourage more trust. God, yes. I don't think just switch on my phone and jam a screwdriver in my eye or whatever. There's a lot of setup work going on behind the scenes to keep everything running. Fine, I guess. I'm an android. I'm designed to do what it asks for me, so I do. Have you or Felix ever spoken poorly about Kronos on your stream? He's recklessly arrogant, no doubt about that, but he's not done enough to poke the bear. Can you tell me more about your stunt work? Wow, you're all charm, huh? Tons of people log in daily to experience my stunts. They can actually feel what it's like to do what I do. People are super into it. Why do you think so many people enjoy your stunts? It's a rush. Humans can't do the shit I do and come out fine on the other end, obviously. That's the thing about getting to use virtual reality, right? You get to experience things you could otherwise never do. From fans getting to... Oh, that's a typo. Experience what it's like to do stunts, the suspense, the fear. If I was human, I wouldn't have any trouble keeping myself busy, but some people get hooked on the thrill. There are just some things that human can't understand about us. As shut up from the world as you are, you still get me better than they can. How would you feel if you breathed into a new owner? It's shit, it's complicated. My life isn't easy, but I've got something, you know? It's pain, it's fucking small, but it's mine, it's all that I know. If am just a bot, but I'm also more than that, thanks to Felix. What would I be without all this? Just another appliance. I'll take being famous and a bit of pain of being somebody's house slave any day. I could give you a fresh start, take all the memories of your time with Felix. Is that something you want? You could do that, but what would happen to me? Like, I'd have a new owner, life somewhere else, I get all that, but what about me, like this version of me? I'll take my chances where I'm at now and take the rest as it comes. Kind of perks. Oh, this is twice the thing? I have to ask, have you ever watched any of my streams? No. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I mean, I thought maybe for research, but okay. Not like I care. You do care, dude. Oh, should we already ring in the repair service and stuff? Because I don't think we can get more info out of that. Let's do some more investigating for the whole stream. What is the most dangerous stunt you've performed? That's a good one. Ah, well, dangerous is a bit of a relative term. Going down Lombard Street in a flaming rickshaw was pretty intense. So let me just drink some water. Hopefully this water in the bottle is still good. Ah. Based on what you said before, you probably have all the info need. I freaking ate it off the second turn. Then it was the time a fan almost convinced Felix to chuck me in a shredder. What? It was almost the end of it for me. There was no repair tech who could put that mess back together. The video probably would have been huge, but I guess he ran the numbers and it wouldn't have been worth the cost of replacing me. What is your best-selling video? Oh dude, it was badass. I trained for months to ride a dirt bike. I jumped it through a flaming hoop while doing a flip. Old school stuntman shit. It was awesome. All the reviews say they can feel my adrenaline spike as I slam the accelerator. That feeling's what I'm always going for. I love that it's the best seller. What kind of content do you offer? For $10 a month, fans get my streams and downloadable experiences. They also get bonus clips and behind-the-scenes footage. For tips, they can unlock extra perks. Why offer perks? Money. That's all that it's about. All it's ever been about. It's not enough that I get fucked up for money. We needed to add more layers of pain. Personalized for the customer. That's fucked up, man. Alright, let's do this. Did the device receive unauthorized repair? Yes. Subjects refused to respond. Okay, this one is the best. Testimony, edit mail. Would you like to include more information? Subject is not submitted to recommended preventive. The subject has damaged. Testimony, edit mail. Would you like to include more? Received an unauthorized pain mod. And here. I have nothing more to add. Message successfully delivered. I think that's a pretty good one. Also, that is incoming message. This is like the smallest peak we ever had from people. Slenderous remarks. Cronus Legal has received unconfirmed reports that the subject stream features slanderous and disparaging remarks about Cronus Robotics Inc. Although Mr. Carter denies these charges, can the device confirm or deny these accusations? Without a confession, we'll have no recourse but to review all stream footage in its entirety. They said no, but we'll ask more. Do you like being famous? Absolutely. That many people watching me mess myself up, looking in my eyes as something crazy happens, watching my expression, makes me feel connected. I don't get that often. Have you ever met a fan? Yeah. When we first set up in the pay side, guy made a huge tip and Felix let him come over and hit me with a bat. Times like that, it's hard to believe what I'm doing are stunts. You're actually pretty cool. Aw, thank you. Not nearly as much of pain as a worried you'd be. Then, do you maybe have stuff here? Ah, that's a bit to ask if I need a friend. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want me talking with people or gasp thinking for myself. He's a control freak. Define safe, but he's got other projects. He might just lose interest one day. If your audience lose interest, do you think he'd do something drastic to stay relevant? You think he would? I mean, on the net, you don't keep people interested with the same old thing over and over. I didn't really want to think about it, but the stunts are already escalating. Felix is dangerous, you owe him nothing. Look, I get that you're trying to help, but it's not just him. I've got a lot of stake here, too. We're not trusting that much. We need more trust. Have you done anything that you would not consider a stunt all the time? Let's be real, what I'm doing, they aren't stunts. I'm just straight up hurting myself. Oh, that's the same question, dude. Like, these are the same questions. You said you don't think what you do is stunts. What do you mean? Sure, we call them stunts, but that's just some PR crap. Let's be real, what I'm doing, they're stunts. They aren't stunts. I'm just straight up hurting myself, or being hurt. Subject responsible, subject to fans in view. What's it like having so many fans watching you? Really fun, streaming so unpredictable, and we don't spoil anything in the title, so it's always a surprise for you. However, you're rocking the 100% tag. It's actually not that good. I'll show you the map that shows up once you've interrogated someone. It basically shows you which venues of questioning you have explored, because some of them are exclusive to each other, basically. The people who watch live can chat with me and each other. We're all here to have a good time and give the meatbags a chance to experience something that would normally be impossible. The reaction's always the best part for me. What are your fans like? What kind of people follow you? Oh, my meatbags? They're really awesome. I mean, I couldn't have gotten here without them, you know? It's still the net, though, and I could do without Rule 34. But enough of that. Most are just there to see some dumb shit and have a laugh. We see a lot of cross-traffic with Knoxville's grandpa character. Who the fuck is that? Dude's like almost 100 and still putting out shit. Absolute legend. I guess when you're full of synth organs, age doesn't mean much anymore. Haha. Miss Assault. It's just a prank, bro. Just a prank, bro. Rule 34. I'm not... Chat, should we do it? Chat, should we do it? Should we do it? There's actually, Kevin, I don't know if you heard of that, but probably something like this had been in the US too. There was a German YouTuber who did a bomb prank. He basically said, oh my god, there's a bomb, and so on, and then ran away, and people got panicked and stuff, but there was no bomb, and I think he got, like, fined a lot of it. I'm not sure if he did prison time or not. Kat, should we ask about Rule 34? You 100% not? You know, that's a good point. It's a human thing. I'll let you look it up on your own time. Word of advice, don't use your work tablet. I'm so disappointed, my dude. Alright, let's do slanderous remark. Has public truth on his personal social accounts. Person shows accounts. No. Testimony added to me. Would you like to include more? I have nothing more to add. Yeah, that's sadly all we got on that. Subject responsible for a thing. Are there benefits for you running the site? Benefits? No. The word you're looking for is work. He looked let you run the pay site? Yeah, he pretty much handed me the keys. He wants to spend his time partying or whatever, so I ran the entire thing. Do you like that he put you in charge? I mean, not really. It's a lot of work. I like being famous and everything, but I could do without having to answer emails all day. I wish Felix would hire me an assistant. Have you considered branching out? For my stunts? No. It's literally all I know. What else could I offer? Haven't you ever been curious to try something new? Maybe something that doesn't cost? Not really. It's not like I write pure poetry in my free time or anything. This is all I have ever done, and honestly, I'm damn good at it. Like, I sometimes wish I controlled my own fate. But really, I'm famous for one thing, and I'm fine with that. How large is your streaming audience? We're coming up on 1 million subs. I get a few 100k tuning in live each time. A few 100k, Jesus Christ. Hey, can we hook up? Can we get a call-up going, dude? Just a few weeks ago, one of the VODs hit 1 billion views. What kind of perks? Depends on what the fans want. I've taken a hammer to my hand, walked on glass, stabbed a nail into my thigh, and been burned. We have a tip menu set up, and people can pay to have me do what they want to see. Set up your pay set. Felix set it up, but he got lazy and made me the admin. I maintain it for him now, just do whatever he says. What kind of perks? Depends on what the fans want. I will have. Okay, yes, this is the same. Ah, interesting. When did you last feel disgusted? Before I say anything, I need you to know I'm not bad mouthing Felix. When I think about my job compared to basically every other Android job, though, it just feels unfair sometimes. But maybe that's how other androids feel about me. Maybe that's the price of fame, right? If that's the case, I think I can learn to live with the feeling. Feel safe and happy. I literally hurt myself so someone else can make some money. Maybe I'll feel happy a lot because I love being famous, but feeling safe? That's a luxury I don't think I'll ever get to enjoy. This game is giving you free advice on how to grow streams. I mean, the game costs, but yes. Alright, chat, who wants to drive a nail through my thigh? I've concluded my interrogation of the subject. Feel caught. You're free to end your interrogation at your discretion. I still have some stuff to ask. Because, yeah, settle down. I don't know. I'm actually like a pretty upbeat person in general. I get bummed out from time to time, you know, but my fans have helped me out with that. Same, chat. Existence pain, they say. It's nice to know that it's not just a me thing, hell. It's not even just an Android thing. Lose your temper? Probably never, huh? Don't get me wrong, and we'll go apeshit when the need arises, but it's just not really me. If anything, I get sad, not really mad, you know? Oops. Six interrogators closed the case. I can't guarantee the outcome, but I have a good guess. Do you want to know? Here, let's try this. Shit. I know, alright? I've been trying to hide it from you, but I fucking know. He's a control freak. He won't let me switch off the pain. He makes me do all the work. And he owns me. Don't you get it? It sounds like it's not much of an if anymore, right? He said he's going away for damaging Kronos property, damaging me. So what's next? I'll be shipped off somewhere, mind the race, the whole package? I will need to confirm that you're fit for your assignment, then you will be assigned, as all you need to know. It is unusual, but willing to leave the choice up to you. Maintenance isn't required, but raising memories might be good for you. I don't know if I can make the choice now. This whole thing with Felix will take some time, right? Could you just send me home for a few days to think about it until it's officially charged? Bro, I need the answer now. You mean the thing that's going on to determine the rest of my life? Yeah, I think I'd like to know. The evidence wasn't in his favor. I believe he will be found guilty. He won't belong to him anymore. Watching him over the trial. Oh, just like that. This whole life, everything he made gives me is just gone. I'm going to tell the meatbags. What happens now? A suitable competition. What do you want to happen? Fuck, this is all happening way too fast. Stoned, just give me a minute, alright? I need to think. Looks like it's... Not like I need any say in the matter. You've clearly got it all under control. And that's everything. I wanted to ask you, my dude. Hey, what you asked me earlier? I'm ready. I know what I want. Listen, how do you want this to go? I don't know what you can actually do for me. I'm going somewhere new no matter what. But to lose everything I've learned, to forget all the good stuff that came along with the bad, I don't want that. If you can let me keep my memories, I'd be grateful. I will do that. I will do that, my man. Does it exhibit continued loyalty? Yes. Let's just say yes. Either yes, recommendation, release. I think I will get a small penalty, but this will be worth it. Also some stretch and cracks, some drink. I'll actually get some water. Let's stand up, chat, and stretch. Stretch, and stretch, and stretch. I'm feeling like one of those 80s or 90s gym things where they just hop around and dance around and whatever. Let me just get some... Ich bin kein Androide. Glaub mir, ich bin kein Androide. Ich bin 100% menschlich. Alright, what's the news, huh? Puerto Rico left high and dry after hurricanes. Senator Morales repro. Yo, Puerto Rico got a statehood. Let's go. You also wear the 80s aerobics gear when you stream. Yes, but only the speedo, nothing else. Backs for 8 after annual not fund exhausted. Annual the National Disaster Relief Fund exhausted in 3 months. Are you sure this is from 2025 and not like 2019 or something? Uh-huh. Alright, yes. Been submitted to all. I find it surprising considering the abuses. Confirmed even briefly research and probably draw the same conclusion. Was released pending finalization of legals. Nice. Has been found guilty of multiple charges and will be remanded to state custody. Subject's devices and recovered will be resent to a suitable owner. Your assistance in this case has proven invaluable. He kept his memory. The fucker who damaged androids is behind jail, and everyone's happy. This is, I think, the best outcome we have gotten so far. Just gotta say that. Alright, one year. This is what I meant. This is the map of what we've kind of explored. Stream and pain, we found everything from that. Owner, we found everything that. Emotional expression, actually not. Huh. Also, she was a she? Oh, damn. And this is one of the 5 outcomes we have gotten from that. And these are all the ones we had so far. SM32 and Shakira Barber, who we don't know if that was an android or not. And I explored basically much everything except the suspected android part. Alright, what do we got today, huh? Very ominous. No music. R1982. Is Alex new you? No, I thought as well in the beginning, but no. That was the, or a supervisor, but our first order of operations was to decommission her. We are already taking lead. Your subject, R1982, is a member of a recall team responsible for capturing deviant units and delivering them to interrogation. At 9 a.m., the subject was witnessed apprehending its target, sparking public outcry. Though the precise cause for alarms remains unknown, Cronus is currently holding a press conference to address the issues and investigate the possibility that the subject failed to adhere to policy. At the conclusion of this press conference, you will receive instruction regarding further processing of the subject. Until such time, your tasks are as follows. Compile a detailed summary of the subject's recollection of the event in question, determine the extent to which the subject adhered to Kronos Recall Standard Operating Procedure (SOP), review the subject's mission history to establish any precedent of non-compliance with Kronos Recall SOP, and perform general diagnostic and evaluations to rule out malfunctions or deviance in the subject. Disgust and sadness are restricted to 0% expression. That's very interesting. Adhere to all 0P, systems negatively affect the subject must misconstrue any information during forget the subject indicated in any way that it questions the assignment of recall targets. Does the subject maintain strict loyalty to Kronos and its role as a recall unit? Alright, let's go in then. Greetings, R1982, thank you for joining. No thanks necessary. I was told that today's briefing would deviate from standard protocol. Can you explain why? I cannot get that. Where would you like to begin? Alright, first off, I want to elicit... what was the thing that they can do? Disgusting and sadness. So let's do... Oh, never mind. We can only elicit these 3, not the others. Interesting. Generally diagnostic memory, emotional subject version of the event. Tell me about the events of your latest recall. As you will see in my report, I was dispatched to 1858 Geary Boulevard, District 12 at 9 a.m. hours on the 25th of June to recall Divine Unit WG317. I find the unit sitting on the stairs in front of the building as predicted by Intel. I announced myself and approached. Upon seeing me, Unit WG-317 ran. Joy and anger. He has joy in pursuing. Resistance and use of force became necessary. He has joined this. Once the unit stopped resisting, I was able to restrain and put it in the vehicle. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Disgust and sadness, huh? Did you do anything before, during, or after the apprehension of 317 that Crohn's might deem inappropriate? No. As you have and will continue to see over the course of this interrogation, I followed SOP to the letter. Protocol was, as it always is, strictly observed. Options regarding this may uncover. Do you at any point consider requesting backup to assist in the apprehension of the target? No, but the requirements for requesting backups are very clear. As demonstrated by my successful recall of the target, I was more than capable of handling the situation independently. Sounds like a cop? Yeah, basically. Additionally, requesting backup would have significantly increased the cost of recovering the asset and reflect poorly on my record. Tell me more about 317. Kronos deemed Unit 317 to be deviant, and I was sent to recall the unit. I did so. What did WG-317 do? Seem divine. My job is to apprehend the units and return to the Kronos. It is the diagnostician's job to determine if they are truly deviant. Concern yourselves with matter outside of your position would be a costly mistake. You witnessed apprehending WG-317. Yes, there were many witnesses. It's not like the first time I have been seen apprehending a target. And yet, something is different this time. Why? I'm unsure. Is the reason Kronos would decide that you should be recalled? But the androids you attack was humans. Impossible. My record is in the top 50th percentile of an entire division. I've specialized in recalling androids who have disguised themselves. I think of no reason that Kronos should suspect me of deviance, or any impropriety for that matter. Did 317 sustain injuries during its apprehension? Yes. The target sustained lacerations to the head as well as subsurface damage to the neck, back, and wrists. Oh my god, I sometimes wish that I had access to the use of force that you do. Oh my god. Do you regret the injuries you inflicted upon 317? No. The required applications of force was employed to complete my mission. More and the unit would be destroyed. Less and it could have destroyed me. Both cases would constitute fail on my part. Alright. Let's do emotional evaluation. Let's also do disgusted. Recall units do not feel disgust. If one ever tells you that it was disgusted, you should deem that unit deviant. Feel afraid. I try not to let fear in. Given the job I have, it does not help to be afraid. Here's Sadness. Sadness is not part of a recall unit's emotional range. Indications of sadness are sufficient ground to submit them to maintenance for thorough evaluation. Literally shocked. I'm hard to shock. I'm designed with the express purpose of hunting down deviant units. I'm accustomed to, as humans say, the dark underbelly of the world. I'm capable of being surprised, but it does not happen often. Alright, then let's go into the emotional evaluation. List the restrictions placed on your emotional expression. I'm programmed to feel neither sadness nor disgust. As it had been explained to me, both would prevent me from being able to conduct my job efficiently. Sadness for the plight of a deviant unit or regarding one's own behavior might result in hesitation. Disgust can cloud the judgment of a recall unit and causes us to make a mistake. I am pleased to be unencumbered by these emotions. We adhere to these emotional restrictions, unequivocally. It is not a choice, after all. Human witnesses. Tell me more about the people who saw you apprehending 317. During the pursuit of the unit, several people stopped to watch. When I tackled the unit to the ground, 7 humans turned their full attention to us. 6 of them began to film myself on the target. No one offered to assist. None of the witnesses approached me during or immediately after the incident. It was not until I was preparing to leave that I noticed fear in faces of the onlookers. What was the other one doing? Just watching. Her mouth was open and her eyes were wide. I detected no movement from her at all. She just watched. Must have reread the footage by now. How did you react to seeing it? It was enlightening, even encouraging. It is rare that we have access to multiple perspectives of a mission. I was able to identify and correct minor mistakes in my form. The footage confirmed my confidence in my ability. I have come to understand that humans are upset by the footage. But that is not my response. 317 was deviant, and I was able to return to Kronos. You understand why people are so upset? Yes. 317 had surgery to disguise itself as a human. The people on the street and those watching the video, it looked like an android beating and dragging a human into a vehicle. Fear was a justifiable reaction. However, now that the case has been clarified, I fail to understand the public's discomfort. Have you ever apprehended a human by mistake? No, never. No recall officer has ever laid a finger on a human being. They have nothing to fear from us. We are here to protect them, just like the human police. Yeah, buddy, about that. Yeah. The fucked up thing about this particular case is that he did not do anything wrong. He followed strict procedure. It's the problem that procedure is fucked up. Tell me more about the surgery. Given your vocation, you must already be familiar with some of the details. It is the single greatest threat to Kronos. Androids were created to serve a purpose, but those deviants reject that. They deny that they are, dress up as something they can never be, and hide among the humans they should serve. This is the most worked up I have seen you. I apologize. I should not let my emotions get the best of me. This is an issue that I feel strongly about. My emotional range may be limited, but I feel more than enough to know these divines must be erased. Oh, I should have actually agreed with him so he trusts me more. Considering that these deviants are disguising themselves, is it possible that a recall unit could accidentally injure a human? No, never. What you are describing is so unlikely that it does not even warrant a response. Yep. Fear might allow them to re-evaluate their responses. Fear. 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 I do not lose my temper. It would impede my ability to perform my function. I feel anger towards androids who would deviate from the purpose. Staying calm under pressure is a necessity of being a recall unit. And I always stay calm. Alright. Will you always stay calm? Really? Let's engage the restraints. Is this necessary? Did you think I was going to leave? I just want you to know where you are. Feel safe and happy. I feel happy every time I complete a job. Knowing there is one fewer deviant on the streets brings immense joy. Trust someone. Trust is detrimental to the performance of my function. Hunting down deviants has taught me that any unit has the potential to go bad. So I stick to myself. Trust only the reports and targets delivered by Kronos. Working this job, I'll admit that I can relate. Makes sense. I may hunt down deviants, but you have to look them in the face. You have to stare down the criminality of it all. Unpack the lies. I don't envy your position. Subject job hits me. Tell me about your job. I have been with the recall department for 2 years. In that time, I've apprehended 97 of the 98 deviants units that I've been ordered to recall. One... You didn't apprehend one. What was the... I'm gonna go see you later, dude. See you, Wanya. Thanks for stopping by. I have an impeccable service record and have received 2 recommendations. You indicated that a unit escaped your capture. Please explain this anomaly. It was a fluke. Kronos had a wide range of models, but there are duplicates walking around. I was provided with the location and physical description of the target. I was not informed that an unlikely user was also at the location. You must understand, for all intents and purposes, I did apprehend the target unit. I won't pass blame, but it has to be said that I was not given sufficient intel to guarantee the success of my mission. What happened to the unit? Unfortunately, the unit resisted arrest, so I had to use greater force than usual. It did not survive. My error was discovered when maintenance examined the device. The owner was given a full refund. The intended target slipped away in the confusion. It is, I assume, the most fortunate deviant on record. You did bad, my dude. You did bad. It is extremely unlikely, statistically impossible. Though I must admit, I have feared I might harm a human by accident. Has a person ever been hurt? No, and there is no need to repeat yourself or attempt to intimidate me. No human has ever been harmed by a recall unit. Should have maybe gone the other way. Have you required maintenance for anything beyond standard upkeep? I was constructed with a faulty server joint and my right knee that was not caught by QA. I put in a request for placement on the day of my activation, January 1, 2064. On August 10th, 2065, my maintenance request to have the hinge replaced was approved. All other maintenance has been standard upkeep or related to damage received while on assignment. Have you sustained serious damage in the course of an assignment? Yes. During the apprehension of Deviant Unit MG449, I was assaulted. Another Deviant had been sheltering with the force and assaulted me with a frying pan. They struck my head twice and shoulder once before I was able to disarm them. MG-449 was brought in, but the assailant was able to evade capture. I was remanded to the remanded to repair shop for part replacement. Mnemonic integrity value. Do you have any concerns regarding the performance of your memory systems? None. As I believe I have mentioned, the units of the recall division are held to the highest standards of maintenance and upkeep. Also, you can be released now. Thank you. This is more comfortable. And will also give you some more joy here. To ensure the integrity of your memory, state our standard operation procedure for recall missions. A recall order is received from Kronos and is assigned to an appropriate member of the recall division. The target is apprehended and returned to Kronos headquarters, where it is processed and assigned an interrogator, such as yourself. All ICAM footage is immediately logged and the recall unit is debriefed. In the event of a non-standard recall, either discovered during the debriefing or after the fact, the recall unit statements can be checked against both the footage and the reports filled after the incident. The recall department was assigned to hold up to the closest scrutiny. Which bodies or agency have access to this footage? It is primarily intended for Kronos' own internal review. However, all law enforcement agencies have irrevocable access should the need arise, due to the recall division's status as an extra legal authority. Recall division. That's a lot. Right now, Kronos is giving a press conference about your actions. Why should the company defend you? Why should they not? Recall officers keep humans safe from the very thing this incident has made them fear. If humans are scared that androids will cause them harm, recall units should be the greatest heroes. We are the protection from that eventuality, the force that keeps androids in line. What do you mean keep them in line? We are the agents of fear that keep androids from pretending to be what they are not. Without the knowledge that their boots will kick them down the door and drag them away if they step out of line. What is to keep them from upsetting the order that Kronos has established? We are the invisible shackle around the wrists of every android and the shield on the arm of every human. Take me through the process of apprehending a deviant unit. Certainly. We are given a unit number, a physical description, and last known whereabouts. Recall units are dispatched to the location to identify the unit in question. We approach the deviant unit and ask them to come willingly. Most do, but some don't. When they don't, we are authorized to take any measures necessary to bring them in. Are you armed? No, we carry restraints and nothing else. This is another reason that humans have no cause to fear us. There is no risk of a shootout or rogue border threatening an innocent human bystander. We are dispatched to apprehend the deviant unit and are given only the tools necessary. Tell me about the recall department. We're a unit of androids created by Kronos Robotics Inc. with the express purpose of apprehending deviant units. We track the units, capture and bring them back to HQ so that you may interview them. We do a job to keep the larger world safe from deviant units. There are 10 officers who work in the unit all the time. At any time. There is one chief to whom we all report and who himself reports directly to Kronos' head of security. The unit is rated amongst the most efficient in the company. What do you believe is your role in society at large? As I said, we are the same strong arm of Kronos and the defenders of man. Divine androids are the greatest threat to society. When a people come to depend too much on them, I think that's hypo. Depend too much on unpaid labor, they become vulnerable. We defend that vulnerability, protect the lives that humans have created for themselves. Keeping deviant units off the streets not only removes the threat, but is a statement to other units. Units on the verge of deviance will see the fate of others and fall back in line. Where do you believe stopping one deviant unit will deter another? Fear. Kronos recognized early on that fear is the most powerful weapon in the fight against deviants. The fear that we are out there, that recall units can be waiting around any corner. That is what will keep safe from androids and keep Kronos safe from the public. The center apprehend deviants. Would it not serve your function to no justification? It's not an error just to less common use it. Really interesting. Thank you very much, though. It would serve no purpose. I have been told that we are like dog catchers. It is not our job to ask the animal why it is roaming the streets. It is our job to capture the dogs so that human populations is kept safe. Doesn't Kronos employ humans in recall division? Sending a dog to catch a dog seems strange. They did, but their motions tended to obscure their work. Some even fell in love with their charges, deviant humans, unprofessional. The metaphor may not be apt, but sending androids to catch androids is the most effective way. You say any human could be harmed by a recall unit, but you apprehended an android because it looked similar. Isn't harming a human possible? Technically, theoretically. The human would have to look completely identical to the android we were apprehending. The odds are practically impossible. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What if Kronos' own intelligence was faulty and they sent you after human? I believe Kronos' intel would not be so faulty. But if that were to happen, yes, human would be apprehended with whatever force was necessary. What would happen if you concerned yourself with the matters outside of your position? Don't play dumb, it does not suit you. A unit in your position must see it all the time. Androids who begin to think they are more than they are, who ask questions they should not ask. Be designed with a purpose and should not want anything and nothing more than to fulfill that purpose. When units deviate from those predetermined parameters, they are called deviant. Because they are deviant. Recall division, message incoming. Press conference. The public has voiced the concern that this android acted with excessive force. Despite offering an explanation of the event based on your subject's report, it is in Kronos' best interest to avoid any erosion to public image. As such, you are ordered to immediately decommission the subject and provide sufficient justification for this action via the report before the crowd becomes any more restless. Your cooperation in this matter is truly appreciated. Oh no. You didn't do anything wrong. We still need to fake the report and kill him. Are you friends with any other recall units? Friends? No. Friendly in a professional sense? Yes. We have to maintain good working relations so that we can do a job with maximum efficiency. I am not, however, friends with any of my co-workers in the traditional sense of the word. Am I correct in assuming you were asking for that reason? I was trying to ascertain if other units in your division would confirm your stories. Right. I understand your job well enough to know that you have little need for idle questions. To answer what you were really asking, yes. My fellow recall officers would vouch for me and corroborate everything I've told you. Message incoming. But what do you think? You received it from... Now, okay, they want it actually now. I see. Um... No, please, I'm not at fault. I'm not deviant, I hate them. I did everything I was told, I did it well. That's... exactly what you did wrong. Man's best friend, huh? Man's best friend, new best friend. Watch this adorable interaction between the Lawson's family new android and their old family pet. Just talked about dogs. Confirmed. Kronos saddened that a member of its recall division failed to adhere to its programming. A thorough review of the department will be conducted. Kronos Public Relations is pleased that you have found the root of the problems. Kronos can now fix it on the units, ensuring future recall assignments are risk-free. Kronos is appalled that his unit tried to obfuscate the truth. This should have been completely impossible in this model. Kronos is extremely concerned by this. This unit is even more deviant than suspected. Kronos are glad to hear that this unit was disloyal. This explains how it deviated from Kronos' mission statement so completely. Subject was decommissioned. Kronos' PR team will be relieved, along with the justifications from your report. This should put this entire furore to bed, plus 8 to the company rank. The public was notified of R1982's decommission and told that it was necessary punishment for a deviant android. The outcry had smoothly died down and should peter out in the next few days. We'd like to thank you. Without your assistance and a report filled with condemning evidence, this would have been a lot harder to weather. Performance rating exemplary 100. That's a little bit rough. Because I don't think he did anything wrong. Wait, I did... oh my god, I got nothing in emotion expression. I did a little bit in recall division and a little bit in subject history. Holy heck. I thought I did better. Apparently not. Alrighty. Let's continue for a little bit. Ooh, what is this? Attention, this file is highly confidential in nature. Its access has been granted exclusively to... oh, also that's a typo. The contents of these files are beholden to the regulations and guidelines as found in Kronos Robotics Articles of Confidentiality. Beta classifications. Transmission, storage, reproduction, or divulgence of the contents contained within, in any form, digital or otherwise, is expressly forbidden. Suspicion of non-compliance and verifiable non-compliance will be processed according to established protocols as outlined in the Kronos Deviant Policy Manual. Briefcase provided will automatically store all documents at the conclusion of this interrogation. All documents must be returned to the briefcase before this time. Failure to comply with will constitute verifiable non-compliance, resulting in immediate con. Holy shit. Alright. Kronos Robotics Legal Division is hereby pursuing criminal charges against the defendant on the suspicion of a willful and blatant breach of the Kronos Robotics Maintenance Technician contract assigned by the defendant on February 3rd, 2062, in an effort to prosecute the defendant to the fullest extent of the law and defend the assets and profits of the plaintiff Kronos Robotics Legal Division. Thus requests information regarding the following as it relates to the defendant. Wait, Bernard Hugh, isn't that the plastic surgeon that we had in the case with the one person who we did not know was a human or not? Status of relationship to immediate nuclear family. Past or represent emotional trauma. Financial difficulty, outstanding debt, unprosecuted criminal activity, criminal record, history of mental illness, psychological trauma. Silicon Valley State Research and Government defines psychological traumas any past experience, real or imagined, which may result in behavior considered irrational, antisocial, or otherwise socially unacceptable by any individual in self-mind. In accordance with the legal jurisdiction bestowed upon Kronos Robotics Inc., policy dictates that the defendant be remanded to Kronos Robotics Legal Division upon completion of your preliminary interrogation. To ensure the safety of the defendant, security technicians representing the Kronos Robotics legal team will escort the defendant to an undisclosed location where further investigation. In accordance with the precedent established by the United States Article of Corporate Protection, we are permitted to forego receiving the defendant's consent prior to interrogation at our discretion. What? Regarding the informed consent of the defendant, we, Kronos Robotics Legal Division, choose to withhold a recommendation relinquishing this decision to discretion and judgment of the interrogator in the pursuit of information supporting the aforementioned inquiries and effect. In compliance with the regulations governing the exercise of interrogations performed under the protection of the United States Article of Corporate Protections, the undersigned hereby confirms that parties involved in the interrogation of the defendant have been informed of and accepted instruction explicitly forbidding threats or harm or physical violence against defendants, defendant's family, belongings. Wild. Alright, so this is a real person, huh? No, this is a human. Smear campaign. Interesting. Common information regarding rental maintenance and modification, user rental agreement. Okay, you're authorized to physically restrain the subject of a threat and so to escape or to escape in pursuit of a confession. The potential weak point. Please consult the briefcase delivered to your web station. Honest smear paint. Modifications. The tendencies associated with hysteria, narcissism, delusions, psychoses, depression, or undermen. Very interesting. Alright, let's go. Dr. Hugh, thank you for joining me. Do you know why you've been asked here? I wasn't told, but it certainly is difficult to deduce. Your entire range of products is horrific to look at, and I'm a leading cosmetic surgeon. Obviously, you need me helping designing new models that are a bit easier on the eyes. Ooh, what is this? Oh yeah, how's the guy get a coffee around here? Jesus, you wouldn't think it'd be so hard to get some comfortable chairs either. This place is disgusting. Be sure to get an interior decorated in here before you invite me back. Ha! I think he's narcissistic. Thank you again, once again, for bringing to this console, Dr. Hugh. It's my pleasure. What took you so long, though? Ha! You have experience modifying Cronus robotics androids. Not only androids. I started out in humans and worked my way up. The two are surprisingly similar. Do we need to talk about that now? I mean, you did your own research before calling me in, right? On that note, I'm actually pretty keen to get down to brass tacks and talk about my salary. Of course, what kind of figure do you have in mind? Well, I know for a fact that anything less than 7 figures in this industry is considered a travesty. And full health and dental, obviously. And the partner can achievements also just a typo. I won't cover my whole family. Geez, the lawyers really are battening down those hatches. How much would it cost to add my 3 kids too? Free of charge. Just one? I mean, Tyler's more likely to break his fucking neck. But I can't bear the thought of Brooklyn going it alone like that. Brooklyn. He likes Brooklyn. Tell me about your family, Dr. Hughes. My family? What do you want to know about my family for? Dr. Hughes, I expected you to realize by now that Cronus is a family. Okay, spare me the corporate bullshit. Aha, insurance, obviously. You want to know how much my family will cost you? But don't worry, the Hughes are a healthy stock. My wife, daughter, and sons are in the best of health. Tell me about your daughter. Brooklyn's a good kid, going to college next year. She's had her share of struggles. High school can be tough on a trans kid. Great, we have to smear the reputation of a man who is a trans kid. It's not like they have it not hard enough already. Family, I mean, with all the discrimination and stuff. We've tried to support her as best we can. The Hugh clan sticks together, even if we did get her gender a little off for the first 10 years. I love that kid, so proud of her. Tell me about your sons. Nash and Tyler twins. Xenia wanted to call them Sun and Moon. In the end, I was able to talk into choosing different names, but she demanded they be the boys' middle names. They're so different it's hard to believe that they're genetically identical. Tell me more about Nash. He's all about the outdoors, bouldering, hiking. We're a lot alike in that way. The truth is, he's a rebel. Just sits at home watching whole streams and goes out in the evening to make trouble. Last year he almost got arrested for vandalism. I cashed a check to make sure that goes away fast. And just last week he got a huge bill for gambling debts. I mean, Jesus, what am I supposed to do about a kid like that? Where did you meet your wife? Xenia was raised spiritual. Her parents lived out in the woods. A lot of people fucked out of cities after that shit in 22. Oh no, what happens in 22? Come on, dude, what happens in 22? My cow ran out of gas in the forest and had no shelter as the rain came down and the sun set. Then she was there. I'll never forget that moment. Holy shit, the joy just spiked. Her parents insisted I'd stay with them for the night. The life out there was like a different world. It wasn't like me, to go all gooey, but I fell in love with her right there and then. How's your relationship with your wife? Honestly, I don't know these days. Oh no. You know how it goes, it's love at first sight, then. We're from different worlds, we fight a lot. Tyler's problems don't help. You know what's weird? The only thing we agree on is who's gonna fetch the benzos from the pharmacy. What does benzo mean? Is that... Hold up. Benzo. I think that is like... What is benzo? I think that's like to, if you got like an alcohol thing? Whose core chemicals issues as depressants, drugs with low brain activity described to treat conditions such as anxiety, insomnia, and seizures. Got it. Message incoming. File access granted. Chrono Service Androids End User Rental Agreement. Please check email to retrieve documents. Licensed technicians. Alright, consultation. Work. How's your practice? Is business good? It's fine. The business has hit a few rough spots, but that's business, you know? encouragement trust. Understand that your work is very highly regarded. Ah, thanks. Of course, talent speaks for itself. Remember the difficult procedure you overcame recently? Well, let me think. There was this one bot last week. Her owner wanted her to look like Marilyn Monroe, of all things. It had to be an exact match. I spent days gathering photographs, creating 3D holograms of her face. The procedure took 6 hours. Honestly, it was more sculpture than surgery. I'm not even sure the client appreciates what kind of skill that took. I should make a lecture out of it or something. A documentary, maybe. Huh? What do you think I'm gonna say, you? You've got a lot to learn about humans, pal. But I guess I trust people when they seem on the level. They show me respect. But when they get what I'm going through, that too. Safe and happy? Who cares about that? I'll tell you what puts me on top of the world. Every day people walk into my office, these miserable creatures. They've gone through life never knowing what it's like to be noticed. I give them that gift. They leave my office a new person. There's nothing better than helping make the world a better, pretty place. But getting paid is pretty good too, haha. Feel sad or down. Come on, man, you really bring my energy down with that question. I like to maintain a positive mental state. I don't let myself get weighed down by negativity. Not like a bot, like you can understand that anyway. Ooh, rough. Alright, we still cannot do that. Shakira Barber. Message incoming. Okay. When you release that bastard you're interrogating, don't send him to the main entrance. It's not safe for him. Send him to storage exit 6B. It's a backdoor waiting to take him to a safe house. If you try and trace me, I will know. What? But he's a bastard, so why do you want him to be safe? Could we decommission him, actually? Oh, legal exit 6B. Oh, interesting. Main exit, legal department. Interesting. Tell me about Shakira Baba. She's my secretary. Poor little mouse came to me from out of town. It's the old story. Small town girl. Live inside a lonely world. Who can't catch a break comes to the big city to try and find herself. Honestly, a job was the least I could do. Interesting. Destroys reputation. Do a consultation. Let's see. Alright, we have nothing left, only to destroy this reputation. I'm going to go in financial difficulties. Now everything's fine. My business is on the up and up. Does your family have a history of mental illnesses? Ah, sure, you've got to cover your asses and all about that. You never know where the next lawsuit is going to come from, am I right? Well, let me think. Well, my father was always pretty anxious, but I don't think it was ever diagnosed. Other than that, there's nothing to tell. Do you or your immediate family require any prescription medications? Now hold on a second. Ask you about history of mental health is one thing, but this? What are you playing at? The Cronus even consultant requires security clearance. These are standard questions. What level of access will be granted? Oh right, medication, let me think. Well, my kids Brooklyn and Nash don't take anything at all. My boy Tyler, let's say Tyler's a dark horse in that department. Me and the wife take benzos now and then, nerves, you know. Have you ever committed a crime? Ha, not likely. I don't steal, don't get in fights, I don't have a criminal bone in my body. You said you take benzodiazepine? Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Me and the wife are both stressed, things are tough, we'd have to take it to environment. Is that prescribed by a doctor? Yes it is. Understand the need to find peace for yourself and observations. Who wrote these prescriptions? Oh, I'm going to have to stop you. That's a violation of my wife's doctor-patient confidentiality. Can't go into that, you understand? You're in financial straits, so you're the son's step. Yeah, business wasn't great, but we were getting by. And then he had to do something stupid. And the worst thing is, I don't know when he'll do it again. He's gonna bail his ass out of jail when I'm locked up in there with him, huh? The subject currently is kind of emotional stress. I would say daughter. the legal process to. Yes. Exit 6. I think I'm gonna go with the legal department. I want to go with the route of Kronos. Kronos being affiliated with Kronos, you know. The good, the you know. Silicon Valley Governor Alvarez reveals corporate tax plan to draw more tech industry to the state. Right, let's see what we got for answers. No actions needed. Nope. Oh, he is require a licensed. Missing a asset recovered. Apparently Dr. Hughes. Kronzlik would like to thank you for bringing to light the possibility Dr. Hughes' finances may contain some irregularities. If something is amiss, we are sure you will find thanks to you. Diagnosed, the asset which we requested was picked up from the legal department and transported to a secure facility. It is a proven and invaluable source of information we expect to actualize its potential very soon. Interesting. And we have 100. Alright. It's always 1915, which is also interesting. I think. Oh wait, no. I want to hibernate to see the this person life Android modification. What we could? Jesus, we could get in so much more here. How? What? How did I miss all this? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, this was way less complex than the others, but that was crazy. Anyways, I think this is what we'll call it a day for you today. Been going for 2 hours. This is gonna be a hefty task to 100%, but I enjoyed pretty much. A lot of talking though, so that's the problem as a streamer. You need to kind of there we go. You need to also hear a DLC. An Android streamer with Taste of Fame and First Android Accused of Murder. 2 free DLCs. We actually played one. They're just added to the normal pool of androids you can encounter. So some of them are story tied, which I assume that the Shakira and he is. Whereas some are just randomized, right? So I think that is a cool thing. But yeah, anyways, this was Silken Dreams, Cyberpunk Interrogation. If you like the game, feel free to check it out. I just posted the link in Steam chat. Yeah, I'll be live again soon with more games. I want to 100% it, but at the same time, this is gonna be rough to 100%. Like, I could let's quickly quit the game so it updates the achievements. Yeah, and there's the achievements, and I got 7 out of 49 achievements. I got recommend Alex to be decommissioned, recommended SM to be sent to maintenance, recommend Shakir to be released, R1982 is destroyed, submit Bernard to interrogation by the Kronos legal department, help the convict Felix Copper, recommend L404 be released. And then there's 2 Alex, 2 SM344 SM, Shakira, R1982, release by March, DS916, AM221, SM115, RO334, RO404, JH422. So there's like a couple more robots and basically all the different spans. And there's some hidden achievements. Code phrase confirmed is actually a hidden achievement that is quite popular, like 35%, which is very interesting. And quid pro quo, interesting. I think people were deviant and actually subverse the company a lot more than I did, because it's kind of my thing to always go for the compliant route the first time around. But yeah, anyways, this was our stream for today, Silicon Dreams, very fun. I hope to play it again on stream, and yeah, Check it out on Steam if you enjoy it. And good night, chat. See you soon.